And welcome back to ValleyCentral.com. My name is Kevin Naro, bringing you the play-by-play action. We're getting set for the second half here at Sam's Memorial Stadium. Greyhounds 30, Eagles 7. It's been all Greyhounds in this one. Getting set for the second half, live video and audio. Of course, if you're unable to catch this one live, it will be archived and it will be available an hour after this football game is over with.
Back for the Eagles, Marcos Garcia, number 7, and 15, Lucas Olivares.
So the second half, it's just moments away. That first half, clearly in favor of these Greyhounds. They were going to put up 30 points. Their star running back had himself a half. We'll talk about him as this game goes on. That one's going to sail out of the back of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage of the Eagles are 25-yard line.
The Eagles will get their hands on the football for the first time in this second half. Ball is going to be on the 25-yard line. Eagles trailing 30-7. Second half is underway. Eagles are out of the shotgun. Andy Lopez, the quarterback, handoff up the middle. Big hole, still on his feet. Got a man to beat midfield. Now it's a foot race all the way down to the 19-yard line. And the Eagles come out swinging in the second half.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. That was a power play of the night for the Hanna Eagles. The amazing 45-yard run, I believe, right there for number 2.
57-yard run on the play to the 18-yard line.
Big play there for the Eagles. Sergio Chapa joining me up here in the press box.
That's right. Now it looks like the Eagles are going to try to take that momentum and turn it into a touchdown here in the second half.
Another run up the middle.
Brando Barrera, ball carrier.
Barrera on the carry.
Tackle 99 Padilla in Coronado, number 98.
11-28.
3-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we're going to keep you up
7.
to date and let you know the upcoming schedule for the football games for next week. Be week 6 and week 2 of district play throughout the Valley. Got 4 games scheduled for Thursday. One of them here from Sam's Stadium. Handoff
Eric
again.
Tong, ball carrier. 99 Padilla with the stop.
Again, these Eagles trailing big, but they've been playing hard through that first half. Lopez sustained an injury, but was able to come back into the game. Marco Garcia checks out of the game.
3rd down and 3.
3rd down and 4. Eagles out of the shotgun on the 12-yard line. 2-back set. Lopez back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to call his own number 15 to the 14-yard line.
Andy Lopez upended by 32, Juan Gonzalez.
That makes it the 4th down with 4 to go. Looks like the Eagles will probably kick the ball, I believe.
A loss of 3 yards on the play.
Let's see what they decide here. Looks like their offense is still out onto the field.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go for it, Kevin.
The score being what it is, why not?
Eagles.
Yep, they're definitely going for it right now. Going for those 4 yards or a touchdown.
3 receivers set. Lopez steps up, wants it all over, shoots his man. He never had a shot.
Incomplete.
From my eyes, it can't be a passing interference call. Garcia was looking for a flag, but I think that ball was uncatchable, so that would negate any kind of penalty.
Will take over on downs.
Turnover on downs after the big run from the Eagles, which looks to have been a promising drive, comes to a halt. San Benito sends their offense out onto the turf for the first time tonight. 30-7 is your score, 9:56 here in the 3rd quarter. La Jolla Coyotes will travel to McAllen to take on the Mackay Bulldogs. Westlaco Panthers will travel to Cat Stadium and take on the Edinburgh Bobcats. Edinburgh North will travel to Florida to take on the PSJ North Raiders. And the Donna Redskins will come here to Sam Stadium to take on Bronzeville Pace. Other games scheduled for Thursday on ValleyCentral.com. Greyhounds starting off with a run, design quarterback run.
Christian Sierra with the keeper.
Ernesto Benavides on the keeper.
Tackle for the Eagles, Fabian Diaz, number 58, and Ezekiel Cardenas, number 40.
Pickup of 8
8-yard
on a
gain of the
second
play by
and
Sierra.
2. Ball on the 22-yard line. A light drizzle here at Sam's.
Sam Benito dominating the ball this game.
Sierra met by number 58.
Tell you what, you said we had a lot of
Diaz, and
viewers.
tackled
You
also by
checked
number
on
4,
how
Alexis
it's going on the
Rangel.
website.
Most definitely, now we have a lot of excited San Benito Greyhounds fans watching in from across the whole Lone Star State and the United States. Noah De Leon says, let's go Greyhounds. Let's see. Ellie Torres says, good luck Greyhounds. And to Matt Torres, number 5, who's on the field.
So a shout out to all the fans from both the Eagles and the Greyhounds tuning in. If you want a shout out, you can leave it on the Valley Central website. Flags come flying in.
Penalty flags on the play.
We get the call from the official.
Offside.
It's going to be an
Defense.
offside
Number
going
4,
against
5-yard
the
penalty.
Eagles.
Repeat first down.
So it's going to repeat the downs. It's going to be a 1st and 5, and essentially it could be a free play for these Greyhounds. And as well as they've done all night, one expects to see nothing more than to hand off the football to their star running back. That's Gabriel Vasquez. He's had a couple of big plays in this one. Hand off to Vasquez up the middle.
Down the middle. Good enough for a first down, Kevin.
One Eagle is slow to get up, but he gets up on his own power. But again, these Greyhounds continuing to move the football.
Number 40, Cardenas with the tackle, ball carrier Vasquez.
So again, 4 games
13
scheduled
yard
for
gain
Thursday,
to the 42-yard line.
2 of district
40
play.
To the 43-yard
Thursdays
line.
and Saturdays, live video and audio on ValleyCentral.com. And on Fridays, it's just audio due to the UIL rules. Trips right for the Greyhounds.
And up the
Football's on
ball
the
is
ground.
fumbled and recovered by the Greyhounds.
Fumble recovered by Vasquez, number 14.
And again, the Greyhounds getting lucky to fall on
Loss
that
of
loose
5 on
football.
the
Not
play
the
to the
first time
38-yard
tonight
line.
they put the ball on the ground. Seems like when they try to get fancy with their plays, they'll put that ball on the ground. I say just stick to the basics. If you're the Greyhounds, it's not broken, don't fix it. 3 receivers to the left, motion man. They'll fake the jet sweep. Design quarterback run, breaking tackles to the 45,
Tackle
44-yard
Sierra,
line.
number 58, Fabian Diaz.
We'll get into Friday's action. McAllen Row against
7-yard
McAllen
gain by
Memorial.
Sierra to the 45-yard line.
That's going to be a good one over in McAllen. 2 of the 3 McAllen schools will be going at it. Trevor Spates, being the best running back in the valley. That pass is up, incomplete. He was looking for Armando
Pass
Medrano.
intended for Armando Medrano.
That pass falls incomplete. Bring up a 4th and 8. I got to see the one and only Trevor Spates a week ago when McAllen Memorial hosted Edinburgh North. And tell you what, if you're in the valley, if you want to see the best of the best, go out, check out Trevor Spates. He's only a junior. He's making a lot of noise.
Back to punt, number 84,
Those
Alejandro Lugo.
Mustangs poised to have a big year. 4th and 8 coming up. Again, Gabriel Vasquez, the San Benito star running back. Punting this one away. It's going to take a San Benito roll inside the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage for the
San
Eagles will
Benito
be their
getting
13-yard
close to
line.
that end zone. Looks like they're ready to make their 6th point of the night.
And I'm starting to catch on here. It looks like the rain again is a steady rainfall. Like a light shower, kind of a misty feel. out here. But then again, what else is new at halftime?
Not bad enough to take out your umbrella, but
yeah. We were talking with Joe at halftime about that Vets Memorial game a couple weeks ago when there was really, when the rain was really coming down.
oh yeah, but that's when the game's more fun.
Absolutely, that handoff up the middle for the Eagles.
Brando Barrera tackled by number 91, Christopher Obregon.
Actually, was able to pick up 5 on that
5-yard
carry.
carry
So
on the
second
play.
and 5, 6:55 in county. We've pretty much come accustomed to this rain these first couple of weeks here in the Valley. Last night I was in Sherryland and Richard Thompson Stadium. I was on top of the press box and it started raining late in the second quarter and throughout halftime. That pass is up with a dangerous throw, complete 35.
By Lopez complete to Lucas Olivares.
Olivares on the reception.
Tackle
That one was
Olivares, 32,
near
one
close to an
Gonzalez,
interception,
7,
but a
one
good throw
Hernandez.
from Lopez. That'll be a first set of downs and a first and
20-yard
10.
reception by
20
Olivares
yards
to
on the
38-yard
reception
line.
for the Golden Eagles.
Hanna Eagles quick to get back to the starting line. And it's a handoff. Number 2, Brando Barrera up the middle, up again, going down low. It looks like it's going to be all the way down, all the way good for a touchdown. Hanna Eagles' second touchdown of the night.
Touchdown Eagles.
Brando Barrera. I tell you what, if you start this game over, it's 13-0 Eagles, and we're going to look at the replay. Just a good run. I think he went untouched, Sergio.
Totally, yeah, it went up the middle up there. It was a good play, good run. Put it easy.
62-yard run by number 2, Brando Barrera.
Yep, 62 yards. They just
That's what it
announced
was.
it. So
All right.
2 big plays from these Eagles, and again,
And let's see if they go for the extra point or a 2-point conversion.
and they just called a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Eagles.
It's the timeout for the Eagles.
So they're going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, and a big play from these Eagles and a 62-yard run from Brando Barrera.
Another high school action Thursday night here
Now,
from
of course,
Sam
if you're just
Stadium.
tuning in, it's
32-5,
Greyhounds
Porter
30,
Cowboys
Eagles
31,
13,
Donna North
waiting for
21.
an extra point.
Last night here in 32-6A
And of
action
course, you're listening to
from Sam Stadium.
ValleyCentral.com, where
Hartford
we bring
Cardinals
live
17,
high
Ravenna
school
Rangers
football
10.
games every Thursday, Friday, and
Also
Saturday. We have
32-6A,
11
Los
partnering
Fresnos
school
Falcons
districts
62,
across the
Lopez
valley,
Lobos 0.
featuring teams from all 4 counties,
Orange
even
and Boca
Laredo,
Stadium
Corpus,
Veterans
and
Memorial Chargers
Eagle.
28, Orange and South 21.
Good thing on what Valley Central is doing. I was telling you also at
32-5 action
halftime,
last
it's so
night.
easy for
Mercedes
fans
Tigers 27,
across
Pink
the
Vikings
state to just
21.
get on their iPad and head on over to Valley Central. And click of 2 buttons, really, just a couple of taps here and there, and you're tuning in live.
Extra
That's right.
point
Looks like
attempt
the
by
Eagles are ready
Andy
to go.
Lopez.
And it's kicked, and it's good. Extra
And
point
it is good.
for the Hanna Eagles.
6:17
It's
left in
30
the
to
third quarter.
14 with 6:17 to go
30,
here in the
Eagles
third
14.
quarter, and the Eagles had an impressive drive there. So again, we're talking about Valley Central here, and the slate of games scheduled for next week. Los Fresnos will take on these Greyhounds, and Los Fresnos got a big
That'll be a
win.
good one, Kevin. It's always a good rivalry between Los Fresnos and San Benito.
And
You
really,
don't
they're
talk to
not
me
too
anymore,
far
what?
apart from each other, just Highway 100
Good
and
to see you.
hit the expressway, and you'll find San Benito and Los
Or you can take the
Fresnos.
back way between FM 510 or
Huh?
FM 803, and you're there.
Yeah. And they got Sherryland and Mission Vets, and that one is shaping up to be a good one. Santos Villarreal, one of the best quarterbacks in the Valley. Coach Gilpin, he's going to have his troops ready to go. We know that for sure. They had that early loss to Permian this year, but it was one of those losses where you can say it's a moral victory, and we're going to build on
Playing
that.
one of the top teams in the state.
Yeah. So, yeah, and you know,
Kicking
Coach
off for the
Gilpin
Eagles,
is
Andy
going to
Lopez,
have his
number 1.
Patriots ready to go against the Rattlers. And on the other hand, Coach Ron Adame, just about the same as Gilpin, fiery guys, and they're going to have their troops ready. That one's going to be coming to you
Here
live
we
from
go,
Tom
San
Landry.
Benito receiving the ball. Here we go at the 5-yard line, running up the sides. Gaining a quick 45, did make that 45 yards, 50-yard run. Taking it to the
Victor Gaitan with the
Hanna
return.
45.
Gaetan with a
On the
big
tackle,
kick
Randy
return.
Liddell,
That'll
number
set up
11.
shop for the Greyhounds, and good starting field
Also number
position.
18, Jose Garcia.
Yeah, very good position. So far, it's been 7 points Hanna in this second half. 0 unmatched points from the Greyhounds.
Getting back to that Sherryland team.
On the return,
or was it a
holding.
penalty.
Number 19 on the receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
Penalty on
First down.
San Benito.
That's just going to negate that kick return from Gaitan, so that's going to push him back after the holding call.
Line of scrimmage for the
6:08
Greyhounds,
Like
to
San
go.
Benito's on the 22-yard line now instead of the 45.
Yeah, it's going to be a big difference for their offense. And Sherryland getting that 3-point win last night against Edinburgh Villa over at Richard Thompson Stadium. So that should be a good one over at Tom Landry Stadium. Then you got Brownsville Hanna. They have a date with the Harlingen Cardinals next week at Bogus Stadium. Hand off again. Vasquez picks up 2. Small pickup. Again,
Tacklers on the play, number
Harlingen
63.
got a win last night
Chris Cerda, also
against
Alexis
the
Rangel,
Rivera
number 4.
Raiders. The Harlingen Cardinals bouncing back, getting their first district win. You know, Manny Gomez, he too also is going to have his squad ready to go. Trips right for the Greyhounds, rolling out. Sierra fires it.
Number 1 receiving.
Sierra's pass complete to Victor Gaitan.
Not good enough for a first down.
Pushed
Gaitan
out of
on
bounds
the
by number
reception.
27, Javier
Chains are
Ochoa.
going to have to stay put.
No moving of the chains,
So,
at least for now. 3rd and 9 coming up. And again, we'll continue to give you next week's schedule as this game goes on. And we'll talk a little bit more about these games in depth.
yeah, that's right, Kevin. We've got 11 school district partners with ValleyCentral.com and our little project, Valley Football Central. 11 districts across the valley, Brownsville being one of them. Now they have 6 football teams here in Brownsville as part of Brownsville ISD, and all 6 teams we show live audio and video streams for them every week.
Timeout on the field. I was on my way up here and I was counting the high schools, and yeah, you're right, there's 6 high schools here in Brownsville. And, I think I've seen every
Third
high
down and
school
less than a
already
yard
in
for the
Brownsville
Greyhounds.
except for Lopez and Betts Memorial. Other than that, I've seen the other 4. This is the first time I see the Eagles in person. 3rd and 1 coming up. Greyhounds with the football. Hand off. Vasquez bouncing it to the outside. Picks up a first down. 9 o'clock on our watch. Be sure to check out
Gabriel
the 10 o'clock
Vasquez tackled
news.
by Randy Delgado, number 11.
Action
First down
4
yardage
news.
for the Greyhounds.
Joe Bowling will
After
bring
the
you his
5-yard run by
sportscast.
Sierra.
He'll bring you highlights from this game and keep you up to date. Greyhounds
Here we
back
go,
press.
searching for someone. Down the middle and incomplete.
Christian Sierra was directing traffic. He had to break the pocket.
Pass intended for Armando Medrano.
He was looking for Medrano on the incomplete pass. Clock stops at 4:47. They got Harlingen South here at Sam Stadium taking on Brownsville Lopez. PSG Memorial will travel to Bobby Lackey Stadium to take on Westlaco East. Coach Burgett definitely will have his guys ready to go after their week 1 loss, or the opening district loss to Edinburgh North. And double overtime. Here's a big run. Vasquez picks up a block. Cross midfield to the 45. That's where he'll go out of bounds. Westlaco
Gabriel
East was a
Vasquez.
favorite to win that district.
Forced
And
out of bounds by Jorge Flores, number
they just
31.
let that game slip away from them.
19-yard
Cat
gain.
Stadium last
45-yard line of the
And
Eagles.
you have Roma going against Edinburgh Villa. That one's going to be at Cat Stadium. Then PSJ taking on PSJ Southwest. Quick curl route complete at the 40-yard line. Hit
Pass complete to
immediately
Victor Gaitan,
by
tackled
Ernesto
Ernesto
Benavides.
6-yard reception.
6-yard pickup. Then on Saturday, it'll be Brownsville Rivera against Brownsville Veterans. That one should be a good one. 2 of the better schools here in the Brownsville area. Low snap, picks it up. Pass is complete, 35-30. The 26-yard line. 4
Pass
minutes to
complete
go
to
here in the
Victor
3rd
Gaitan,
quarter.
tackled out of bounds by Ernesto
Marcus
Benavides.
Castillo, the junior quarterback for Brownsville Veterans, He's leading the charge for the
13-yard
Chargers.
reception to the 26-yard line.
He really came into his own last season as a sophomore. Chargers just missed the playoffs. Meanwhile, Rivera was a Cinderella story in sneaking into the playoffs and defeating Mackay, the district champs, last year in the first round. Design quarterback run. Siedna breaking one tackle to the 21-yard line.
The tackle of Seattle number
San Benito
22,
make
John Peter
continuous
Cruz.
progress down the field towards the end zone. That
5-yard
play
gain.
right there just added even another 5 yards, I think, to their.
3:28 and counting, 2nd and 5 coming up. Motion man, that'll be a jet sweep to the left side of the 20.
And good for the first down.
Javier Ortiz forced out of bounds by number
on the
31,
carry.
Jorge Flores. 6-yard gain and a first down for the Greyhounds at the 15-yard line.
Ball on the 15, pickup of 6 and a fresh set of downs. Long drive here for the Greyhounds. Clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Rolling out under pressure, fires this one up.
And it's no good.
Incomplete pass, back of the end
Pressuring the
zone.
quarterback, Ramon Delgado, number 33. And also number 58, Fabian Diaz.
And a couple of good games last night around the valley. I gave you some of the updated scores, or some of the final scores. Again, Rivera losing a heartbreaker here against Harlingen, 17-10. Edinburgh North in double overtime, beating West Louise 36-35. And the Chargers defeating Harlingen South at Bogus Stadium, 28-21. That pass is complete to Vasquez, then he's thrown out of bounds to the far side of the field.
Gabriel Vasquez.
Vasquez on the reception, Benavides on the tackle on the far side. Clock continuing to run.
After just a 1-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 9.
Folks, if you're on Twitter and you want to keep up to date with everything in the Valley, you can follow at Action for Sports on Twitter. All the updated scores in the Valley. He's going to tuck and run.
Interception. Number 31 from Hanna with the interception there. Jorge Flores with the interception for Hanna. San Benito's so close to the end zone.
You're
There.
looking at
Only
the
14 yards to go, and
He just did not see him there. He was rolling out. He was able to avoid 2 defenders. I think that's what kind of threw his psyche off, just did not see the field. That was their quarterback, Christian Sierna, and a turnover, and now all of a sudden, Eagles with the football, and it's 30-14.
Dead ball start.
yeah, we'll see what they do with that
Number
football now.
66.
Do they get
Offense,
a
5-yard
second
penalty.
point in the 3rd quarter?
Well, all those
Repeat
hopes are going to be
first
put on hold with a false start. And again, you get the big turnover, and that's not how you want to start a drive with a false start. So that'll push them back 5. It's going to be a 1st and 15. All on the 14-yard line. The Eagles making this one interesting. And out to the left side to the 15-yard
Eric
line.
Tong, ball carrier.
Eric Tong on the carry, the
Gain of a
junior
yard on
running
the
back.
play.
Picks up 1 yard, 2nd and 9 coming up. I know Action 4 Sports has a Facebook page. Where can people
It's
follow?
facebook.com/action4sports. Of course, it's twitter.com/action4sports and Instagram.
Okay.
You guessed it, Action4Sports.
So there's plenty of ways for you, the fans, to stay in tune with everything Valley High School football. Had a deep ball to the right side, got a man,
Good,
incomplete.
no. Incomplete pass.
No flags on the
Defending on the play,
field.
number 32, Juan Gonzalez.
You're looking for Juan Gonzalez. Eagles airing it out there. Now it becomes a big 3rd and 9. You get the turnover and you want to do something with it. One, you want to keep the drive alive, and two, you want to give your defense a bit of a break. They've been on the field for the majority of this 3rd quarter, a minute 31. Eagles with the football deep in their own territory.
3rd down, Eagles.
Big play here coming up for their offense. Andy Lopez out of the shotgun, rolling out. That pass complete, breaking one tackle, still on his feet.
Pass reception by Rudy Rocha, number 80. Stopped by
first
number
down,
7,
Rocha on the
Juan
reception.
Hernandez. 10-yard reception to the 25-yard line.
We're going to see where they spot this one. It's going to come down to
They
that.
have an illegal formation on the offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage.
They needed 9 and they were going to give them 10. But now due to an illegal formation, that's going to back them up another 5. So now it's going to go from a 3rd and 9 to a 3rd and 14.
Right, Kevin, I was just going through the numbers right now. It looks like Hanna, both San Benito,
Got an illegal formation.
San Benito and Hanna.
Wide
one
receiver
wins
was
each
off
for
the line
season.
of scrimmage and in the backfield. 5 men in the backfield, 6 men on the line. Penalty is declined. The result of the play stands. 4th down.
So an illegal formation from the Eagles. They're going to decline the penalty, so that'll make it a 4th down, and a good call from the San Benito coaching staff. Dan Gomez, the head coach for the Greyhounds. And that's got to be a backbreaker if you're the Eagles. You get the interception, you don't do anything with it. So now they're going to have to punt this one away. Late here in the 3rd quarter, 1 minute to go. Snaps there. High punt. San Benito is going to take it, and a big hit.
Right at the 44-yard line.
By number 31, Jorge Flores of the Eagles.
Flores again on the tackle. The man who made the interception earlier in this one. Let's see if he can do it again. Now this defense is going to want to get a little bit of help from their offense. Ability to create turnovers. The offense just has to capitalize on it.
Now, neither of these teams has played in over a week. San Benito had a bye week last week, and so did Hanna. But Hanna didn't also play the week before that because the Donna at Hanna game 2 Saturdays ago was canceled due to weather.
We were here for that one. I remember that one clearly. Handoff again, but this Eagle defense standing tall. Alexis Rangel on the tackle. I mentioned that earlier when the game got underway. I said that these Eagles are probably a little bit shaky. They haven't been in action in exactly 22 days.
22 days, yes. Sir.
Yep, they had that cancellation against Donna.
They played in week 1 and they played in week 2. Yep. But the week 3 game in week 4, week 3 was canceled. In week 4, there was a bye week for them, so they didn't have a game at all.
So now in the 2nd half, you're starting to see this team shape up. San Benito going deep, has a man wide open.
That was number 77.
Pass complete to number 17, Raul Atkinson.
Oh, 17, I'm sorry. Raul Atkinson.
The tackle for the Eagles, 32.
Big time play for a team that was looking for some momentum in the Eagles. Kind of just talking about a ball, like a balloon, and San Benito coming with that needle and just popping that balloon and taking out all the air out of the Eagles.
On the play.
Big time play there from the Greyhounds. So that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
That is the end of the 3rd
So we're going to swap
quarter.
sides and head to the 4th quarter. I'm Kevin
Eagles
Thatsettigo.
14.
You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. End of the 3rd quarter. San Benito 30, Brownsville Hanna 14.
First and goal for the Greyhounds, just inside the 10-yard line.
Greyhounds with the football.
Christian Sierra up the middle. In on the stop, 32, David Calderon.
That handoff is going to go to the inside the 5-yard line. At the 2 is where they're going to spot it.
8-yard gain for Sierra.
Picks up 8 on the run. So the Greyhounds looking to put the nail in the coffin here against these scrappy Eagles. Motion man, design quarterback run, walks in
Touchdown
for the Greyhound
2-yard
touchdown.
run by quarterback Christian Sierra.
Christian Sierra now walks it in for the touchdown. It's now 36-14 San Benito. The extra point will be coming up.
Extra point attempt by 84 Lugo.
The extra point is up, and it is good.
It's good.
11-17 left in this one. San Benito 37,
Eagles
Eagles 14. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com.
And of course, you're listening to ValleyCentral.com. We're going to have San Benito Greyhounds at Hanna Eagles. The score is 37-14, Greyhounds over the Eagles. And it's a beautiful night for football here at Sam Stadium in downtown Brownsville, Texas.
And these Eagles, one of 6 high schools here in the Brownsville area. And
Kicking off for the Greyhounds, 82,
Sam
Alexis
Stadium.
Martinez.
Greyhounds will be kicking this one off. It's a good kickoff.
Oh,
In and out of his hands. It's going to roll out of bounds. That's going to be disaster there for these
incomplete
Eagles.
reception by number 7
Minus
with
3
Hanna,
for the Eagles
Marco
with their 3-yard
Garcia.
line.
Yeah, when that happens, he drops the football, it goes out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds wherever the football came out, so it's going to be inside. They're going to put this on the 3-yard line. So they're going to be in
On
the shadow
3-yard line.
on their own 3-yard line. So they're going to be in the shadow of their own goalpost.
That's 97 yards to go for a point.
That's going to be a tough break there for these Greyhounds. And again, if you're on the social media sites, head on over to Twitter at Action4Sports to follow over everything Valley High School football and much more. Bad snap, and again, second safety on the night for this Greyhound defense.
Safety for the Greyhounds.
It's going to be it's a frustrating night
11-13
overall.
left
So
in
you
the
can
game.
add 2 more points.
Greyhounds 39, Eagles 14.
And now some of the Hanna fans are going to be making their way towards the exit. Most of them are going to stay put, keep cheering their Eagles on. 39-14 is your score after the safety. So once again, we will have a new slate of games scheduled next week here on ValleyCentral.com. Here are the Thursday games again. In case you're just tuning in, La Jolla will be traveling to Mackay to take on the Mackay Bulldogs. Weslaco Panthers will be taking on the Edinburgh Bobcats at Cat Stadium. Edinburgh North will travel to Far to take on PSG North. And the Donna Redskins will come here to Brownsville to take on the Brownsville Pace Vikings. 4 games scheduled on Thursday, live video and audio on ValleyCentral.com. And again, it's fairly simple. Head on over to Valley Central, Valley Football Central, then you'll have the list of football games. Click on the link. Team of your choice, whether you have a nephew, son, grandson, brother, the game will be on live. And again, looking at the schedule, I will probably be scheduled
Kicking off
here
for the Eagles, Andy
for
Lopez.
Thursday, Donna and Brownsville Pace. Then Friday, early word is I will be in Mission to check out the Rattlers and Mission Veterans. But again, we'll just play that by ear. And if Sergio here, if he's not patrolling the sidelines, he's there in the studio, keeping everything together.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Now every week we have thousands of people tuning in from across Texas and across the United States just to watch these football games, to hear the play-by-play, to watch their former teams win.
Former team, their family, their kids are on there, their nephews, sons, grandsons, whatever the case may be. The Greyhounds are going to take this one out.
Got
45, 50
40.
down the sideline, down to the 30.
Number 4, Armando Medrano.
Armando Medrano with the return.
Tell you what,
Forced
both
out
these
of
teams
bounds
are
by
playing
Andy
tough.
Lopez.
You know, let's give credit to these Eagles. And again, a 3-week absence of not putting on those pads and playing a real football game. You got to give them some credit. Again, San Benito coming into the season with some high expectations. They're living up to them so far in this one. They can wrap this one up, put a bow on it, and call it a day. They can enjoy the rest of their weekend before they go back to school and practice on Monday. Again, Saturday night action coming to you live from Sam's Memorial Stadium. Jet sweep crossing the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Victor Gaitan tackled by 33.
Then Friday's action.
Ramon Delgado
These
also
Greyhounds,
with 4
again, like
Lexus
you
on
mentioned, is going to be a rivalry game against Los Fresnos. Coach Clint Finley's going to have his troops ready to go. Both teams coming off big wins. Los Fresnos pitched a shutout against Brownsville Lopez, 62-0. Leo Aguilar Memorial Stadium was the site of last night's action. San Benito, however, will host Los Fresnos. That's who these Greyhounds have next. And again, these Hanna
58
Eagles
Fabian Diaz tackling Omar
take
Garcia,
on
number
Manny
24.
Gomez's Harlingen Cardinals at Bogus Stadium.
After a
See
gain
if
of a
these
yard.
Eagles can
3rd and
bounce
9.
back. As for the Cardinals, they got their first district win last night. They got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, erasing their non-district demons. They really had a rough non-district start. All that now is irrelevant when you get into district play and you start racking up those wins. Handoff up the middle.
Omar
Again,
Garcia,
now
ball
these
carrier.
Greyhounds just going to want to run out this clock.
Flores.
They're up big, 39-14.
Yep, and only 9 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this game.
Be 4th down and 5.
The Greyhounds are looking at their second win for the season here.
Second win, and most importantly, they're going to get their first district win of the year, and I think that's every team's goal. Get out there and get win number 1 in district, and we can build from there. So a field goal attempt coming on from the Greyhounds.
35-yard field goal attempt.
Call it a 35-yarder. Snaps there. Line drive kick. It's a wobbly one. This one's going to be no good.
No good. 9:05 left in the game. Greyhounds 39.
9:05 left in this one. Greyhounds 39, Eagles 14. Once again, I want to thank the Brownsville Vets Memorial students for providing you with the live audio stream and the camera work you're seeing on your screen. A special thanks to KBSD 17 and their news crew with their production here. And
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. These students are doing an amazing job tonight, working the cameras and audio boards and even running the live video stream that you're watching right now. Everybody's watching right now.
big run to the left side. Way down to the 39-yard line. Again, these Eagles won't go away. It's as if there's no such thing as a scoreboard.
Number 32.
These Eagles are going to keep coming at these Greyhounds as this game goes on.
18-yard run on the play by.
Kudos
Yeah, you know what,
to
Kevin?
them.
They really are one of the best teams in Brownsville right now. It's them and the Brownsville Veterans Chargers, leading of the 6 high schools in Brownsville.
Yeah, not 1, not 2, not 4, but 6 high schools here in Brownsville. And off to the 40-yard line. No, Edinburgh has
Jaime Gonzalez,
4.
ball carrier, tackled by number 42.
Mission has what, 2? Mission Vets.
Richard
Mission's
Moreno.
got 2. Sherryland's got 2.
Now they just
PSJ
added,
has 4.
3-yard
just added
carry,
PSJ
second and 7.
Southwest.
They're the Brownsville is the Valley's largest school district in terms of the number of high schools and just the sheer number of students. It's also the Valley's largest city. But their home for football, of course, is Sam's Stadium. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, live high school football action.
Deep ball to the right. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for Marco Garcia, nearly hauled it in with one hand.
Pass intended for Marco Garcia.
You're right, and then you talk about
Defending on the play,
the
Mario Valdez,
Sherryland
number 5.
district. Sherryland just added a new school, that being Sherryland Pioneer, and people talking about are the Rattlers going to feel the effects of the split? Not so much this year.
No, not this year at all, what we've seen, no.
You know, yeah, Sherryland got that win last night, like I said, and Ronald Thomas says we don't rebuild, we just reload. Delayed handoff up the left hash, 39-yard line.
Eric Tong, ball
I think it's
carrier.
possible for Brownsville to ever add a 5th or a 7th high school.
Well, you never know. You never know.
How about that? 7 high schools in one town. Let's do some
The Valley just keeps growing and growing.
It does.
May end up that way soon enough.
Let's do some research. Brownsville has to be atop the list on most high schools in one town, because 6 is just unheard of.
Here in the Valley, indeed. Now in Los Fresnos, we're told that they're building a 9th grade campus.
Andy
That'll
Lopez
keep
back
one
to
high
punt.
school in Los Fresnos for another few years and one football team. Here we go,
Eagles.
Hanna kicking off. High kick, return, and
That punt's going to roll out of bounds, and it's going to take a Greyhound roll.
Line of scrimmage of the Greyhounds, the 48-yard line.
So we're going to take a look at this 32-6A district. Los Fresnos, Harlingen, San Benito, Brownsville, Hanna, Harlingen South, Brownsville, Rivera, Brownsville Memorial, and Brownsville Lopez. And that's a tough district. You know, Los Fresnos, playoff team, Harlingen, playoff team, Harlingen South, playoff team, Rivera, playoff team. All these teams have clinched playoff spots
you've
in
got
previous
4
years.
out of the 6 Brownsville teams in the same district. And
So
San Benito has to face each and every one of them this season.
again, Porter, and I believe it is Pace.
Ball carrier number 22,
remaining
Edward
in
Alvarez,
5A,
tackled
again,
by
with the new
Alexis
district
Landez, number 4.
realignments. On the flip side, you go
3-yard
to District
gain,
31
second and
6A,
7.
you have Edinburgh North, Westlaco, Edinburgh, Economides, PSJ North, Westlaco East, Edinburgh, PSJ Memorial. Edinburgh schools similar to the Brownsville schools. Vela stayed in the 5A rankings with Sherryland and Pioneer as well. So it's a Economides, Edinburgh North, and Edinburgh High. Moving up to 6A. Siena back to pass, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
35-yard line, 6:43
Defending on the
left
play,
in this
David
one.
Calderon, number 32.
Yep, only 6 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. It's the San Benito Greyhounds 39, Hanna Eagles 14. And of course, you're listening to and watching ValleyCentral.com, Valley Football Central, home of high school football and sports, right here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Again, a shout out to everyone tuning in. And another big run from the Greyhounds, 40 to the 30, 20 still on his feet down to the 16-yard line.
Edward Alvarez,
Another
tackled out of
impressive
bounds
run
by
from these
Ramon Delgado, number
Greyhounds.
33.
And of course, that was number 22, Edward Alvarez, with that impressive run.
These running backs just keep
36-yard run on the
coming
play,
for these
first down at the
Greyhounds.
15-yard line.
Let's take a look on what's on the horizon for these Greyhounds. They have Los Fresnos coming up next, then Harlingen, then at Brownsville Memorial, then home to Brownsville Lopez, then at Harlingen South, and they'll close at home against Brownsville Rivera. So it's going to be a tough schedule coming up. You got two.
Now, that game against Harlingen is always one of the most anticipated games of the high school football year here in the Valley. The Battle of the Arroyo.
Exactly.
A long rivalry. between
99,
Harlingen
Jose
and San Benito.
Longoria in on that tackle for the Eagles.
Always one of our most highly rated games.
Battle of the Arroyo. That is going to be on Friday, October 10th. It's going to be at Bogus Stadium, and I'm sure we will have the coverage there when we get there. And
Oh yeah, most definitely, most
So
definitely.
Joe Bowling will more than
We'll have
likely.
live play-by-play action for that game for sure. And then live video will be updated. A video replay of the whole entire game will be uploaded about 1 hour after the game, in accordance, of course, with UIL rules.
Third down for the Greyhounds from the 19-yard line.
Pretty sure Joe Bowling will be out there patrolling the sidelines, bringing you the live shots. Quarterback keeper to the far side of the field inside the 15-yard line. 5:20 to go.
Galvana's tackling
Yeah, these
Sierra.
Greyhounds, again, they got a tough schedule coming up. Back-to-back games against playoff teams in Los Fresnos and Harlingen. And Vets Memorial was on the crisp of making the playoffs last year. Then they got Brownsville Lopez. And then they finished with 2 playoff teams again, Harlingen South and Brownsville Rivera. Field goal attempt coming up. Greyhounds looking
29-yard
to add
field
to
goal
their
attempt.
lead. Field goal attempt over the kicker's head. It's going to be a bad snap for the Greyhounds. Eagles will recover.
Eagles
Covered
recovered.
by the Eagles, number 32, David Calderon.
I tell you what, that snap came shot out like a cannon. And the Greyhounds never had a shot to kick that one off. So the Eagles will have another crack at it offensively. And they'll deny the Greyhounds 3 more points.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, I was just checking the Action 4 News Instagram right now. I uploaded 2 pictures, one from the San Benito Greyhounds, one from the Hanna Eagles, and it looks like the Hanna Eagles are winning in terms of likes
Jaime
and comments
Gonzalez
on
tackled by
Instagram.
Roel Rodriguez, number 27.
Lots of team spirit right there for that team. It's always one of the biggest turnouts
Lost the
out of,
yard on the
out of
play.
all 6 of the Brownsville high school teams here. We always get to see the biggest turnout from the Hanna Eagles fans, and that's evident tonight, rain or shine. Tonight it's a full stand on the home team, for the home team here at Hanna Eagles.
And they're out in full effect, the Hanna faithful.
And they're sticking through to the end.
Drops the snap, steps up, fires this pass, looking for a man,
And,
up,
oh, incomplete.
in and out of his hands.
Pass intended for Lucas Olivares, defending on the play.
He was
number
looking for
32,
Lucas
Juan
Olivares. 3:58 to go in this one, 3rd and 11 coming up. So real quick, what's coming up next for these Eagles? They will travel to Boca Stadium to take on the Harlingen Cardinals, and they'll come home to face off against Marcus Castillo in Brownsville Memorial. Then they'll welcome in Brownsville Lopez. Then they'll host Harlingen South. Then they got Brownsville Rivera. Then they'll travel to they'll host Los Fresnos. Delayed handoff up the left hash to the 40-yard
Jaime
line.
Gonzalez brought down by number 40.
You look at this
Richard
schedule,
Moreno.
especially with these Brownsville schools. Let's see, let's look at their schedule. They have at Harlingen, and then they host Los Fresnos. So really, they just have technically one away game because they share the stadium.
That's right.
You're looking at the
Right.
schedule.
One week they'll have to sit on the home stand, the other they'll have to sit on the away
Okay,
side.
yeah, big deal, right?
Yeah.
but they're in the same stadium they would be in if they'd be playing in the home game.
Right.
But really, their only road game is at Harlingen next week at Bogus Stadium, because then they have 2 straight Brownsville schools. Against Brownsville Lopez, they'll technically be the away team, so they'll be on the far side. This punt gets away, and they'll host Harlingen South, and they'll be quote-unquote at Brownsville Rivera. And
Line
then
of
they
scrimmage
will
for the Greyhounds
welcome
on
in the Los
33-yard line.
Fresnos Falcons.
Next week's action for both these ball clubs.
3:06
Hanna
left
Eagles
in
will
this
play
one. It's
next
all
Friday
Greyhounds. I'm
night
Kevin
on the
Howard,
road at
Sergio
Boca
Chapa,
Stadium.
joining
They
me
visit
up
the
here in the
Harlingen
press
Cardinals.
box, and a beautiful
San Benito
display
Greyhounds will play also
of
next
running
Friday
the
at home.
football and playing
And they
good
will
defense
host
from the
the Los
San Benito
Fresnos
Greyhounds. And again, the stakes were high for this team coming in this year. Of course, their goal is to make the playoffs like every team. They haven't disappointed so far. 39-14 is your score, 3:06 left in this one. Greyhounds with the football. Should just run this clock out and call it a night. Handoff up the middle, still on his feet.
Ernesto
Right
Benavides,
around
number
midfield.
3 with a tackle of ball carrier Edward Alvarez, number 22. 15-yard gain for Alvarez.
15-yard pickup. ball right around midfield. We just gave you both schedules and what's to come for both these schools. Hand off up the middle again. Another nice run to the 39-yard line.
Tackle 32, David Calderon, 31, Jorge Flores.
So San Benito will get their first district win of the year.
13-yard
They'll be
gain on the
1-0 in district play, and Hanna will take their first loss of the year. And again, you can kind of wonder, did that 3-week absence have any effect on their team? But I tell you what, they played hard this entire ball game. And again, San Benito just taking their time, milking down the clock.
Yeah, just shy of 2 minutes left in the game, Kevin, with San Benito 39, Hanna 14.
That run goes nowhere. Met back at the line of scrimmage. Edward Alvarez on the carry.
Edward Alvarez, ball
So once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to valleycentral.com live video
Gain of a yard.
and audio. And thank you everyone for tuning in on Thursday and on Friday. We all appreciate the support. And a special thank you to KBSD 17 and their entire crew up here in the press box. Another exceptional job.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin.
as
They
well.
really make all these games possible in addition to hosting us, but they also, the students also get a chance to learn, you know, media and news work and camera work and editing, video. They get to learn it all.
That's the Chargers are out here tonight. They're student body out here representing Brownsville Vets. So a special shout out to them and thank you for bringing the streaming and again all the camera angles you see on your screen, providing the replays as well. So a special thank you to all of them, the production crew again with
11-yard gain on the play, first down at the 27-yard
teaming up with us, valleycentral.com, and we're about to wrap up another week in the books. Said week 5.
This is the end of week 5. We're going to move into week 6, already halfway through the high school football season here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Just felt like yesterday when
that we just started, yeah.
Was Weslaco East and Rivera was my first game with Joe actually up here a few weeks ago.
Been some soggy last couple of weeks here, but makes it more fun.
Absolutely, yep. 41 seconds, clock stops.
Dead ball, false start.
Gonna be a false
Number
start.
73, offense.
But I tell you what, you know, we were
5-yard
talking to
penalty.
Joe at halftime. We said we love this press box. You know, everything's set up beautifully.
That's right.
You know, we get a nice view. I think the only thing with Sam Stadium, when you get those early games with that sun coming down right into your eyes.
Oh yeah, but this year they don't have any of those games this year, Kevin. It's all 7 p.m. games.
Okay.
All season long.
I know I'm gonna be pretty pleased to hear that. So will Joe, 'cause I know we'd have our papers covering our eyes or our hands shielding the sun.
29 seconds left to go, Kevin. Greyhounds 39, Hanna Eagles 14. That clock is winding down.
So once again,
they're going to let the clock run out here.
Thank you to everyone for making this possible. Clock winds down, and the Greyhounds will warm up the bus and head back to San Benito happy.
That's right, they're 2-3 this season now after this win.
And 1-0 in district play, and the Eagles fall to 0-1 in district play. So the final buzzer sounds. Final score here at Sam's Memorial Stadium: San Benito Greyhounds 39, Brownsville Hanna Eagles 14. On behalf of myself and Action 4 and valleycentral.com and everyone up here in the press box, I'm Kevin Naro. That's Sergio Chapa saying so long and good night from Brownsville.